Hi everyone, Gig Coach Jake here, your go-to for gig economy news, tips, and tricks. And today I have some big news. Uber Eats is finally changing their pay structure to match all the others. Yes, as I always say, monkey see, monkey do. Now Uber Eats is copying what GrubHub and DoorDash have done with their pay models. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly what they've done and why they've made these changes. So watch close and all the way to the end so you don't miss anything. Starting today, Monday, September 16th, they're not only changing the pay structure, but the upfront trip information as well. You can see right here in the screenshot, the incoming screen will show you an estimate of the delivery time, the pickup location and name of that merchant, and the customer's drop-off location. This is very important. These are things that we use to make decisions to help us in accepting or rejecting offers, which ones are profitable or not, and which ones make no sense whatsoever. Without that information, Uber Eats has been difficult to multi-app and use with other ones, or really increase your earnings by being more efficient. This is a game changer. Now, what is yet to be seen is their pay model change. They are limiting base fare pay. Before we were able to see $1 per distance and $1 per time, right? A certain time, it was a certain amount of cents per minute and a certain amount of dollars per mile. They've eliminated all that and now have a system just like DoorDash, which GrubHub adopted earlier as well. Again, they're lumping everything together in a guaranteed minimum instead of having a base fare. Whether you're going to make more or less is yet to be seen. Anyone's going to say you're going to make less, they're just speculating and jumping to conclusions. Hold on, don't freak out or get scared or negative yet. Let's wait to see what happens. Guarantee we'll see some good things and bad things as always. I like the fact that they're adding this upfront trip information. Very important for our decision making, especially for those of us using multi-apps. What I do not like is the fact that they're hiding the amount that we make per distance and per mile. They can then change things however they want. What they've also added is a trip supplement, aka subsidizing. They're now able to subsidize on trips where it may be a farther delivery, it might take longer, or it might be one that just keeps getting rejected altogether. This will be good because then it will add some money to that trip that we're already rejecting. Again, where it can be bad is lower pay for time and distance overall because we're not even seeing those. And they're adding in the trip supplement if and when they need to. Yes, there will still be boosts and the different promos that they have. Those can also be lower because the boosts are factored off of that base fare. Again, they have already said that's going to be lower. So expect that any boosts or multipliers to be paying out lower as well. Again, it's a little bit of speculation, but based off of what they said and the actual evidence from DoorDash and GrubHub, I would like to think that's going to be pretty accurate. A little bit of speculation on my part though. Some of you are wondering why they even changed the upfront screen and this pay model. There's been a lot of flack about them not showing the drop-off location. They were the only company that was not doing this. They want to make a big push and stay relevant in this sector because that's where they're profitable. The ride-sharing side of things is not profitable for them and it never will be. They're not only looking to make a push in the US, but also worldwide with Uber Eats. This makes them more relevant with these changes because they can then compete with the likes of DoorDash and GrubHub. Now, what is the trip supplement? Like I said before, it is essentially subsidizing. We've seen this with DoorDash and GrubHub for months and even years now. You already know what to expect there. When it's a bad trip, somewhere we don't want to go to, maybe it's longer, it's going to be farther, expect to be paid a little bit more. Now, whether that's going to be worth your time or not is yet to be seen. Now, what is the guaranteed amount? It's just a guaranteed minimum that you're going to see. That does not include the tip. Again, you could see that breakdown in the trip details afterwards. You will no longer see the breakdown you used to see from Uber Eats, where it had time, distance, and a very detailed breakdown. We always said that they were one of the best ones because they did show and they were very transparent about their pay model. No longer are they. Monkey see, monkey do, as I always say. DoorDash is the Uber of food delivery, and they are in the driver's seat, and all these other companies are just following what they do. Now, where I will give DoorDash credit is they're trending on the up with pay model and pay earnings. We're looking to see make more money with DoorDash than we were before. That is not the case with GrubHub. GrubHub's been going down as far as earnings. Now I'm talking about profitability, not just your overall earnings. What we'll see with Uber Eats, again, yet to be seen. I will hope and like to see that they're trying to compete with DoorDash and earnings will go up some. What I would like to see from Uber Eats is a lot more merchants and better merchants so we could see higher tips and higher offers as well, like we see on DoorDash and GrubHub. And again, like I said, tips will not be included in that upfront guaranteed minimum. That really makes it tougher to really decide if it's worth it or not. Just like DoorDash, we have to do a little bit of guessing, but at least with there, you have some of the tip involved. GrubHub's the easiest. What we see up front, we know we're getting the end. There's no more guessing, no more games. I wish these companies would do that. That is where GrubHub is really good in the fact that when the incoming offer comes in, we know that's what we're going to get, where we're going, where we're dropping off, no guessing. Now, whether the tips will be wrapped up into the subsidized pay or not, that is being really hard for us to tell. That's what I don't like about this model. This allows them to do what people have been accusing DoorDash of doing for a long time. Amazon Flex. Amazon's been doing the same thing. They have a guaranteed minimum. When you have a higher tip, they take from some of that tip and it's lower pay. But they do subsidize. They pay when there's a lower tip. That's where it is good, and a lot of you are not seeing. What about all those times where you had no tip or low tip and the company chipped in and you had a decent earnings pay where you would have had crap? Think if you had a bad week and had a bunch of those that were low or no tip and the company did not subsidize like Uber Eats hasn't been doing for a long time. This is where it can be a benefit. Again, I want to see some data and see what's really going on with their model before I jump to conclusions. I believe this can be a good thing for everyone. And what I always want to do is take the positives, run with those, the negatives, avoid them, be aware, and capitalize on any changes that happen without focusing on the negative and dwelling. Dwelling is not going to help us succeed whatsoever. Rather than publishing the base fare rates is something I don't like that they've said. That allows them to really hide things to where we don't know when they change things for the good or worse. They could change this pay model anytime, what they pay out, since there is no dollar per mile or dollar per time. That's a big factor for us. We should have $1 per distance and $1 per time based on the actual delivery. There should be a minimum at the end of the delivery when it took us longer or we went further because of changes in address or whatsoever. We should have additional earnings for that. Why that doesn't happen, I do not know. But those are the things we should have as independent contractors if we are true independent contractors and have control over things. This is one of the things that they're going to have to prove if they don't want to be employers come the end of this year. Now with the AB5, that's a whole other rabbit hole of its own. But this is just another change that they're trying to make to get out of that AB5 reclassification. Again, they believe that they can pass the ABC test. The less control that they show over us, which is something like this, right? They're now showing us the trip drop-off location. You have more control. It's all in the wording in here. More control, more control. You have more control. I read it several times within this information that they put out. The following cities, you have Detroit, Michigan, Indianapolis, Indiana, Orlando, Florida, Tampa Bay, Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Kansas City, Missouri, Las Vegas, Nevada, Phoenix, Arizona, Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. Those are the cities and markets that are eligible right now today. If you're not in any one of those cities, you don't have to worry. It's not in your market yet, but it will be soon. Just know that when they release this to these bigger markets or any markets and it's not a test, that is the start of the change that will filter down to everywhere else. Those of you that aren't in those markets, you get an opportunity to see what happens with us before it comes to you so you can make the best decisions. I'll have another video coming soon to really share the data and information, because guess what? I wasn't signed up with UberEats before. I did not like the fact that they didn't show the drop-off location. It really messed with my ability to multi-app and be an effective, true independent contractor. Now that they've added this, they are a good source that I can add in with the other apps to keep busy, increase my earnings, and overall efficiency. I hope this stuff helps. I know some of you are going to freak out, jump to conclusions. Just put on the brakes. Think of the positive. Capitalize on the good. Scrap the bad and the negative. It's only holding you back. Focus on the good, capitalize, and win and succeed. Hope this video helped. If anything, give a positive look on what's to come. Hope you all have a great day, evening. Be safe out there on the roads. It's crazy. And have fun. You got to have fun doing this. As always, work smarter and hashtag low pay, no way.